Hi Pisces, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you are doing well. This reading is for any sun, moon, or rising Pisces. We'll take a look at the awareness or the big ideas for the week, guidance and possible outcomes. I will also choose a few oracle cards for additional information. So let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so we have the Hierophant, Major Arcana. So the Hierophant is about the traditions and the conventions of society, the group think, if you will, the collective mind think, where everyone kind of follows the lead of the leaders within the organization. So this can apply to religion, it can apply to education, it can apply to government, philosophy, and so there's a sense here of trusting the thinking for the group. And there's a sense of, you can see these two people here, they're almost like disciples. The Hierophant can be a source of advice for you. You may need to talk to someone with respect to a personal matter, maybe a professional matter. And so you might go to someone in the hierarchy of your office or something, someone who's a supervisor. Maybe you need to get advice about how to get into a certain position. You may need advice from a clergyman with respect to, moving forward with marriage. But this is a sense where you're paying attention to the structure and the conventions of society, not so much individual thinking, but group thinking. On a practical level, perhaps there's a sense here, it's the desire to fit in. And maybe that's what you're thinking about this week, whether you're having a hard time fitting in with a certain group or you're doing just fine. But here, as we look at the next card, which is the Five of Wands, we get a sense of struggle here. We get a sense of conflict, of either healthy competition or people who are not working together, where there is disharmony. There may be ego involved and people positioning, trying to gain an advantage or gain a position on someone else. So hard to get this organized here when people are at odds with each other. The good news is that this is a minor arcana card, so this is a temporary situation, one that can often be dealt with communication, compromise, negotiation, someone coming out, maybe a third party coming out and giving advice to the group. But this is a group not working together. And so this structure and the conventions that perhaps it's about not following the lead of what's being, the path that you're supposed to take with respect to following the structures and conventions of society. So in terms of guidance, in terms of guidance, we have the Queen of Cups, water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And this Queen of Cups is someone who is going to understand where you're coming from. So that if you have a problem, this Queen of Cups represents someone who would be wonderful to talk to. She is kind, considerate, caring, and provides unconditional love, and is able to just kind of take things with ease and going with the flow. But most importantly is that she's so emotionally present and emotionally tuned in. She trusts her instinct. She trusts her intuition. And this may be a suggestion to you to trust your intuition, to maybe go with the flow for the week, to keep a level emotional place. And so this Queen of Cups, again, tenderness, compassion, consideration, and love without expectation of anything in return. So what's interesting is here we see the moon card. The moon is the major arcana. And the moon has this psychic intuitive ability or aspect as well. So we're getting a real sense here that you need to listen to your intuition and to trust your intuition in whatever you're working on for the week. If this is with respect to your relationship, to your work, to your hobbies, to other matters, the moon, we sometimes get lost when we follow the moon, that things aren't what they seem. So there may be a sense of uncertainty of your path, of getting through this portal here. So if that uncertainty causes anxiety, then I would say to go back to the very element of the moon, which is to, tune into your subconscious. What's going on below the surface? What's at the root of this unsettled feeling? Trust your intuition. Some say the moon is all about secrets. Well, the secrets are held within. And whether we are ready to reveal them, whether we are aware that someone is keeping secrets from us, then it gets very complex. And it's a matter of, I think at the very heart of this moon card for this reading is listening to your intuition and really paying attention to what's coming up to the surface. And if you're in a position where you can trust what you're feeling, it's going to help you perhaps as you make decisions, as you move forward, and as you interact with other people. So we have the star, major arcana. And the star is a card of healing, first and foremost, and it's a thinking card. It's not so much of doing things, but it's more of your mindset. And so you can see she is without her clothes. She is open, she is vulnerable, she is authentic to who she is. So this is a matter of being very aware of who you are and being honest with yourself and being open with yourself and presenting yourself to others as you are. There's also here the marriage between the physical sense, pouring water on earth, and the spiritual sense as well. So this listening to the star, letting the star guide us. There's a real sense here of tuning in to intuition and to your intuitive ability. The star's biggest message is to have faith in the outcome, to have hope, and to not lose your optimism. That the universe and the stars are going to guide you in the right direction, and you're going to be able to deal with whatever you need to deal with, whatever obstacles there are. And so there is, in your outcome, you feel that something is restricting you, that something is keeping you perhaps unable to move forward, that you're stuck in place. With this Eight of Swords, she's blindfolded, she's lightly bound, and this could be a sense of the lack of confidence in yourself. That while the star is telling you, be positive, believe in the future, everything's going to be okay, you might still be holding on to the mindset that I feel trapped, I feel stuck, nothing's going to improve for me. And it's just a matter of again, actions. Your actions have gotten you to this place. I will say for some of you, it may resonate that someone is oppressing you or keeping you controlled. That is certainly a reality for many people. In a relationship where you feel trapped, where you feel that you can't get out because of obligations, mortgages, children, etc. So that's very valid. But I feel here that this is a real sense of lack of confidence, perhaps. You're not really seeing that that everything is going to be okay. And it may just take time for you to be able to take off and remove this blindfold and to step away from the puddles here. You have to be ready and you have to be willing to make that first step. So this is an interesting reading with the Hierophant in this sense of following along to traditions and society and to what people are telling you, the elders or the experts. Conflict, the sense of conflict and support needed, and uncertainty of the future. But the heart of it is don't lose hope, don't lose faith. Everything will be okay. Let's get a little more information from the oracle cards, and this will be for a focus area for the week or meditation point. Grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. So even in times of challenges, to demonstrate grace, to be grateful for what you do have, it is a powerful exercise, and it's an exercise in your own personal freedom and your own personal power, is to be able to find the grace within a situation and to be aware of what you do have that is a good thing in your life. And so now let's get a little more information for spirit or emotional self. Nature. This is a time to absorb the healing properties that nature has to offer. Your mind, body, and soul need nourishment, energy, revitalization, and strength. Nature has much to offer, so take this time to connect and spend some quality time outdoors. So, feeling trapped, lack of self-confidence, or restricted, if you could go for a walk, if you can clear your mind, it might help. Again, we're outside under the stars here. It is invigorating. By the light of the moon. We are inspired by the moon, by its beauty, by its power. And finally, let's see what we have for love. Ask for help. What is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support you need. So ask for help. If you are feeling unsteady, if you are feeling that you can't get past the conflict, ask for help. Loving, kind souls like the Queen of Cups are there for you to lean on. And in addition to asking for help, I would say again, trust your intuition as well. This is what I have for you for the week, and I hope that you found something here that resonates with you. If you did, please subscribe if you haven't already. Like, share, or comment. I hope you have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.